Hey guys, Romie here. So this is the recap for Love and Hip Hop Season 5. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 5, Episode 12. And the episode, of course, starts off with Stevie J. Stevie J still at J Nick's radio show. And Stevie J is just talking about how, here's what really happened. There were rumors going around saying that him and Joseline were married. Joseline loved the fact that Stevie J and those rumors of her being married to Stevie J. So she decided to just go with it. And you know, they were getting these offers for magazine covers and all this stuff. This is when Love and Hip Hop was still new enough and fresh enough, and Joseline and Stevie J were really interesting to the general public. And so Joseline was the one that really wanted to go and do it. So he was just like, to appease her, he went along with it. I honestly believe it, because we never found a marriage certificate. There's so many things to make us believe that Joseline was trying to pull a fast one on us. So now we have Joseline. She's at this clearly staged press release. At this staged press release of, I don't know what it's for. And she's back in Atlanta getting money. So she has to go and she has to get probably a couple of bloggers. When I say a couple of bloggers, I mean a couple of local bloggers. As in myself, who's constantly on the internet looking at blogs, vlogs, have no idea who they are. Or maybe I actually visit their vlogs or blogs and just don't know them. But it looks like it was for this club that she didn't actually go into. Again, she was just there to be seen. She was invited. So why not? And Joseline's just like, you know what? I'm happy because the contract's over. The contract's done. It's free. But what she doesn't know is that the original contract is over. And Stevie J was saying how, you know, the original contract is over. And what happened to Miss Jackson? I thought he was in that interview with Miss Jackson. Oh yeah, please like, comment, subscribe if you didn't already do so. Why is it that Stevie J went and said, well, you know, the original contracts that I had drawn up, well, of course that expired, but there is another clause that extends it. And as of now, we don't know how long that second extension lasts. Knowing Stevie J, it could be forever. It could be forever. Oh yeah, and if you guys didn't know, Cardi B is not returning to Love and Hip Hop. Because clearly she actually wants a legitimate career. And I actually hear Cardi B's songs on the radio. So shout out to her. You never know. Shout out to her. You never know who could be the next thing in rap. Because the female rap category needs some help. Remy's back, but we still need more people. Now, again, so Stevie J clearly has learned from the best as far as the music executives being with Puff, making sure that you constantly get a check regardless. So Stevie J will always get that 30% whether Joseline realizes it or not. I'm not sure how that all works out because I think Joseline's spending the money as if it's all her. Look, we don't know. Do we really know if this is... Anyway, Mimi's talking about how, you know, they both lied to me. I went and tried to make good with Joseline because she was Stevie J's wife, you know, Eva's stepmother. But now knowing that this marriage was a farce, it just has me so dumbfounded because I can't believe that he went to my face and lied and did all of this. And so Mimi has a talk with Stevie J. Stevie J was just like, look, I didn't know if I could really trust you. Of course, this is about someone who constantly lies and cheats. So, of course, who can he really trust? But, you know, he's just saying, you know, I don't know if I could really trust you at that time. I was trying to do right by Joseline because I loved her. And so that's why I did all of it in general. And Mimi's, of course, irritated because it's like, we've known each other for 18 years, and so that 18-year relationship got trounced by some stripper named Chanel Cabenacor. That's not what she said, but that's what she should have said. And CJ again was just like, well, you know, you didn't tell me about your sex tape, did you? And she's like, no. I'm like, Mimi, you caused this on yourself because people will bring up that sex tape forever. You see how Kim Kardashian, even though people still bring it up, she's able to rise above it because of all of the things that she has now? Well, kind of. Yeah, that's not the case for you. Everyone's just like, you did the sex tape, you pretty much did it at the height of the show, which was the smart thing to do, but now it's just like, you're that woman who we thought was classy and went and did a sex tape with her boyfriend and pretended like you didn't do it, and then you sold it to... So she's like, I need you out. Anyway, I need you out. You see how peaceful and quiet it is? Yeah, I want to keep it that way. Your ass is out. So we'll see how that lasts. But let's be real. We know Mimi and CBJ are going to get back together. It's just one of those things. It's just one of those things. Oh, Lord Jesus. We see Kirk. Why? I thought he was gone. I thought him or she were gone. They're non-factors at this point. They really are non-factors at this point. Now, J-Mac has Bobby V, Kirk, Scrappy, and Jock at his apartment. And so, they're all looking at J-Mac like, what the hell is going on? Why is your girl hitting on all of us? Because she was first, you know, helping Bobby V drink some water. She was then helping Scrap because not Scrap, what do you call it? Young Jock, or, well, not Young Jock, Jock, go and clean himself up because she accidentally spilt water on him. Long story short, J-Mac feels something towards Tierra, and, you know, he's, of course, not being really faithful to his quote-unquote girlfriend. But he's trying to think to himself, Amber is doing the most. She really is. And I'm like, this is really disrespectful. She's serving the guys and all this. And what's his name? Damn, what's that guy's name? Scrappy. He's thinking he's reacting the way how I'm reacting. I'm looking at her like, what is she doing? He's like, Smurf? I'm like, Smurf? What? Oh, poor Tammy. Tammy's going through it because Waka Flocka, he's been cheating, a lot of infidelities, not treating her right as far as the infidelities and, you know, being attentive. He's on the road, he's doing this, he's doing that, just leaving her in the house alone. He's doing him, being a rock star, and she's over it. And I was like, shout out to Tammy. Look at Tammy. I really, because, you know, Tammy walking away, I appreciated that. But of course, you know, it's supposed to feel bad and all of that. But I was like, I can't feel bad because I'm really appreciating. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. We get to Mama D, and Mama D has decided she's going to put out an album. I was hoping she said mixtape, but that's what she originally kind of sounded like she was saying in LP. But she's going to put out an album because, you know, her hit single, I Deserve... Ooh, that song was a hit. I know it was a hit somewhere. I guess in Atlanta. But, and on the internets. But, she's in her dance class, and she's complaining because her back is hurting. Like, yes! Because we don't know how old you are. You do look good, Mama D, but let's be real. Should you be doing what you're trying to do? No! No, no, no! Mama D, what? We're not saying you can't have a music career. We're just saying, you know, I've been doing a little bit too much. And Scrap, again, his facial expressions are dead on. I mean, this is the most authentic stuff we're going to get from Love and Hip Hop, I see. Because Scrap keeps looking at her like, what are you thinking? Because she has this song, and she wants Scrap to go on it. And Scrap just has this look of, that's not happening. That is not happening. And she was just like, you know, I'm popping. He was just like, what? Because even at one point in her confessional, she was just like, well, you know, whatever hit song Scrap had, it's been a while now. I'm like, Mama D, why do you have to go and say that? Why'd you have to go and say that? But, Lord Jesus. Oh, the show. Anyway, so Mama D, she went and had Betty Idol come over. She had Betty Idol come over, and because she just loves Betty Idol's just so beautiful, and she just feels like her and Scrap need to just go together. And Scrap's pretty much just like, Betty Idol, you cool and all, but you and Bams aren't really on good terms. And not only that, I'm not saying that right now, but I'm kind of still feeling the Bams, so I can't entertain this. So shout out to Scrap for actually doing the right thing and not entertaining that. It was funny because Betty Idol kind of looked like, oh, okay, so we're not gonna, alright. Huh? But it's kind of, I guess it's really weird. It seems really weird. But it is Carly Red's birthday. Of course, Carly Red looks... That's one thing we can say about Carly Red. She stays looking good. I don't know what age she is, but she stays looking good. And... what was it? That song. I'm not gonna lie. That song... Don't strike me, Lord, but that beat was fire. And regardless how we feel about Carly Red, you know, I know Auto-Tune does most of the work, but it didn't sound bad at all. I was like, oh, that might be a jam. in my Force Rocks voice. That might be a jam. I was like, wait a minute. I can't be bopping to something like Carly Red. No. Cardi B? Yes. Carly Red? No. What's going on? And you know, she still has her entertainment company that is licensed under Empire Records. And she's basically supposed to be like a talent scout. And I'm like, okay, I could kind of see that. And I forgot who the rapper is that she's supposed to... I don't know why. He seemed familiar. He seems familiar and I don't know why. Maybe he just looks like someone else. But Cat Williams is there. And I find that interesting that Cat Williams is there because he was with Hazel Lee. But if I'm get the times table correct, at that time he might not have been with Hazel Lee. But it was still kind of weird that he was there. But anyway, Carly Red's just talking about how good she's feeling and how good everything is going. Again, Rashida showing support because remember, they weren't on good terms before. She was just like, you know what? Do her. I can't hate on someone for having their business in order. I'm like, okay, cool. But the main issue right now is that Rashida has to go home to those babies. And I'm like, okay, that's great and all, but Rashida, you don't need to come back. You don't. When I actually have respect for you and I kind of wish you wouldn't come to this show because it's a mess. But, yeah. So, you have Carly Red talk with Jessica Dime. And they go back and forth, trading war stories. Jessica Dime talks, well, Carly Red talks about how, you know, she doesn't really care about Tiara. And she doesn't care that she's with Tiara's man. Because she was just like, you know, Life Jennings who? Life Jennings is a joke. Life Jennings only wants to hit her up when he sees that she's with someone else. And she's like, she misses Scrap. She's actually gone to jail to visit Scrap because she's a true ride or die. She doesn't understand why Tiara hasn't done the same, even though that's his baby's mother. I'm like, Tiara doesn't owe Scrap anything except for to occasionally, maybe possibly have King come around to the jail. And not right now. So that's where I was like, yeah, we'll drop that. But she was just like, yeah, I'll go and confront Tiara and tell her what's up. I'm like, Tiara won't care. She's not Tommy. Let's be real. And Jessica Dime was talking about, of course, you know, she's actually going to be working with Joseline. Not, oh, no. With Stevie J. Yes, of all people, with Stevie J. Because originally, you know, her whole thing with Joseline fizzled out, and her with Stevie J, that was a mess. But the main reason why it was actually a mess was because at the end of the day, Joseline was acting a plumb fool. And so Stevie J had to choose sides, and of course he chose his wife's side. Now, we're at this impasse of, well, maybe we'll both be working in the music industry and all of that. I'm like, okay, yeah, we'll see how long this lasts. But the funny thing about that is, they're both going to be in LA. They're both going to go to Grammy Week. You know, I forgot who's supposed to be taking Carly Red to Grammy Week, but the Grammys. But it's just like, oh, can I go to the Grammys too? Almost like, what do you need to go to the Grammys for? For what? So the Bams goes to see Tammy, and things are not good. You know, the Bams just like, of course she heard, oh, Jessica Dime did also mention that, you know, some weird stuff's going on with Tammy, and it's on the blogs, and that her and her relationship with Waka and all that. It's just like, oh yeah, and they also talked about how Joseline and Stevie J aren't really married. I think that's the news that Jessica Dime gave to Carly Red. But my whole thing is, look, at the end of the day, who actually believed that? Who actually believed that those two were married? I mean, I went along with it because I like Joseline and I wanted to see how Mimi would react to it. And of course, I was entertained how Mimi reacted to it, but no one believed that. Now, we go back to Tammy and Bambi. So, Tammy's just like I said, she knows her worth. She knows that she deserves better. Waka has improved overall, but it's nowhere near enough to where they can stay together. And Bambi was serious. She was just like, well, you know, maybe this is counseling. It's just like, no, this is more than counseling. It was like, what? And he talked to his mom. So it was like, yeah, of course she wants to go and slap him upside his head, but you know, he's a grown man, so he's gonna do what he wants to do. And on one hand, I do feel bad because we do actually like Tammy. I like Tammy, but on the other hand, it's just like, you kind of knew what you were going into. So this outcome, you didn't deserve it. You did not deserve it, but are you really that surprised? So we're going to go past that. And you have Tiara. She has this date with J Mac, and J Mac gets her flowers. And J Mac's just like, you know, my dude's Scrap. So how does he feel about this? Tiara said the smart thing. She's like, I'm not really messing with Scrap right now. I'm not really fooling with him. So it's all good. I don't have to answer to him. I'm like, that's right, you don't. And on the flip side, she was just like, so what's going on with Amber? He's like, me and Amber aren't really together. So it's like, okay, so are you two not together? Does she know that? That's a great question. Does Amber actually know that? Well, I don't think it matters because Amber decided that she went, I'm assuming this was a hotel room because this definitely looked like a hotel room. And Amber and Jock had sex. Amber and Jock had sex. And now Jock is starting to regret because he's thinking, oh crap. Oh, I broke bro code. Why did I do this? Why did I do that? She's just like, shut up and sleep with me again. You know, Jock, he's the type of... There's just some people. You know what I'm getting at. There's just some people. We're going to fast forward from that BS. And anyway, we have Joseline. Oh, Joseline can... Yeah, I appreciate Joseline. Yeah, so Joseline's wearing, you know, something on top, barely anything on the bottom, ass all out, and, yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, and Tommy comes in, and I'm like, wait a minute, I don't remember Tommy wearing this much clothes. I'm not trying to be funny, I don't remember Tommy wearing this much clothes in recent, episodes, but... It was just like, okay, so Joseline, I have to tell you something. And we know how protective Joseline is because Tommy wanted to get the dirt. And Joseline's just like, of course I'm still married. What are you talking about? That's not the issue. She's like, oh, well, you know, I kind of told Scrap that basically I'd be sleeping with Stevie J. And Joseline's just like, what is wrong with this chick? This chick actually thinks that it's all well and good that she can go say something like that even though that's still her husband. And I'm thinking to myself, Tommy is crazy. Who actually comes out of their mouth and says something like that? Tommy. That's who does. And long story short, Joseline's just like, you know, I'm going to treat you like all of my hoes. It's fine that you go and do that, but first you got to treat me first. I'm like, oh, so this is when they had sex. So it did really happen. And so, knowing Joseline, she probably did record it. And there is evidence. Joseline's grimy. Like, I love Joseline, but Joseline can be so grimy. And we get past, and Stevie J, he has a session with Sass. Sass is rapping. We get past that, and then Stevie J brings in Jessica Dime. Now, Jessica Dime, of course, she's a rapper, and she, honestly, Jessica Dime probably, I'm not trying to be funny, but Jessica Dime probably add more to the song than Sass. And I did like that little thing that Stevie J was doing as far as coming up with the concept. But, again, I don't know if Sass's voice, at least for that track, was the best route. You know, because the beat wasn't bad. The production wasn't bad because Stevie J is good with production. So I'm thinking, you know, maybe, I don't know, give it to Jessica Dime. Make some real legitimacy. Wouldn't it be nice if we could actually get these artists, their music really out there and actually played on the radio? Or at least in the clubs? Excuse me. But Jessica Dime, like I said, she's just talking about how, well, you know, originally I was supposed to be working with CBJ, but Mimi effed that up. She ruined that, and so now, look, husband. But yeah, I'm still doing it anyway. And oh, her husband. So it's like, yeah, we'll see. And CBJ's going to be out in LA for Grammy week, and so he may bring Jessica down. I'm just like, this reeks of illegitimacy. This show. Peace out. That's all I got for you. Next week looks like it's going to be good because as we thought, Mimi and CBJ might give it another chance. Joseline and CBJ might be officially done. Ernest and Rashida's mother are going to... Mom D's going to think that they're actually sleeping together. This is when we finally see... what's her name? Carly Red pass out when, what's his name? Life Jennings gives her the ring, knowing that Life Jennings is actually married. This is a mess, but this is Love and Hip Hop.